Google Analytics 4 is your dashboard. You can see exactly where users come from and what they do and why they convert. If you are running ads in different platform or run ads in on platform but targeting different location and campaign, you need Google Analytics 4. It is free and this video I will show how to implement it. But first we need to discuss the requirement of implementing Google Analytics 4. So here you can see all the requirements. This is the requirement section and this is Google Analytics 4. So first we need to create a Google Analytics 4 account, and the event we are going to track page view, view item, add to cart, begin checkout and purchase. Okay, so first we need to create GA4 account. So simply you can type analytics.google.com and you will see a similar interface, and now click start measuring, and here you need to give a account name. So I give my name here, Hriday Hassan Mithu. Then next, and now property details. Under account you can create multiple properties. This is one of properties. The property name should be your website name. My website name is Home Improves, so I'm giving this Home IMPRO Improves. Okay, and you give your time zone here, your business time zone, and currency. My currency is USD. You say USD. Then next, you need to select your industry. This is shopping. Just give it a small. And now what you will do, you drive sales. If you have any contact form, you can select leads as well, but for you can go with only drive sales. But in future I will implement I will track some form and send data to GA4. That's why I enable this option, but you can ignore this option. Now create. Okay, so you need to accept the terms and condition, and I accept. So, okay, here we need to select this web because we are tracking website, not apps. So web, and here you need to give the website URL without HTTPS. So this is my website URL. Stream name, give it Home Improves. Home. You can give any name here and create and continue. Home Improves. Okay, create and continue. This is the data stream that we created. Now next, set up Google tab. Install manually. Copy this code. Come to navigate your tag manager account and new Google Analytics 4 Google tag. Paste that tag ID here. Trigger should be all pages. And now simply save it. Okay, we can do this later also. Right, now need to submit this Google tag, publish. Now simply write your website, your domain here, Home Improves. Okay, now installation. Your tag was correctly detected on your website. Now confirm. Okay, so this is the measurement ID. You see the code we copied, that is the measurement ID. Okay. Now navigate to your tag manager workspace. Okay. Um, so we have created our Google Analytics 4 account. Now we need to know the parameter that we need to send Google Analytics for each individual event. This is the documentation from Google. First event is page view. So let's configure the page view event first. So that Google tag we have created recently, open this one, and here configuration setting, expand this, add parameter, and simply write send pay underscore page underscore view, and here write true, and that's it, and save. This tag will send the page view event, and the next event is view item. So now check where is view item. Yeah, view item. What parameter we need to send for view item? Currency, yes. Value, yes. Items, yes. These three parameter we need to send for view item. Okay. So in previous video, TikTok conversion tracking, we already created currency, items array, and value price. So the variables creation is done, and the trigger is also done. You see view item. So now we need to configure only tags. If you haven't saw the last video, the TikTok conversion tracking, I recommend you to go and check, so then you know how to create these variables and these tags. Otherwise you will not understand how to create. This is tags. Now select this Google Analytics GA4 event, and here simply paste that measurement ID. Where we can find the measurement ID? Here you see there is a measurement ID. Copy this and paste it. Google tag found in this container, and the event name should be view item, view underscore item, and the event parameters are value, currency, items. The value is DLB price, because this is for view item, single product. That's why price. Currency, items, e-commerce item variable. Okay, so this is done, and in advanced setting, you need to select this option once per page, and in triggers, you need to select this view item. Now give any name GA4 view item. View item. Save. So the view item done, and now check what parameter we need to send for add to cart. The same parameter that we send for view item, we can send it for add to cart. Currency, value, items. We can do this simply by copy this tag and modify it a little bit. Copy and modifying add to cart. The event name should be add to cart. Add to cart. Yes, and the variables are same, so we do not need to do anything here. And select once per event, and remove this trigger and add to cart trigger. Add to cart. Now save. Add to cart is done. The next event is begin checkout. So here, where is begin checkout? Okay. Currency value coupon, but no. If you are giving any discount, then you can add coupon, but I'm not giving any discount, so I'm ignoring this one, and the rest are same items, value, and currency. So normally we can copy this add to cart and modify a little bit. Begin checkout, begin checkout. Event name should be begin checkout, and the value this time we need to give multiple product value, because in begin checkout page user can cart or add to cart multiple product, so that's why we need to add multiple product value variables, not the single product variables. So this is the multiple product value variables, and the rest no need to change anything. And in advanced setting, once per page, and remove this tag trigger and click this begin checkout and now save. And the next event is purchase. Okay, and purchase currency value, customer type don't need, transaction id yes. So I will create a transaction id variables, and you will get an idea how to create variables from it. Coupon no, items yes. So we need to send items, transaction id, value, currency. So we already have currency, value, and items, just only need to create transaction id. This is the purchase data layer, and here you see transaction id, and this transaction id is under e-commerce. So the rules is, if I need to take this transaction id, I need to follow his parents. So this is his parents, so I need to include the parents and the child. And this transaction id is an object of e-commerce. So if I take any object, we need to put a dot. So now I am creating this, and you will get an idea how to create. So to create transaction ID, first we need to take e-commerce, then put a dot, and then transaction ID. So e-commerce variables, and we are getting everything in data layer. That's why we need to select data layer variables. So here new, you see the option data layer variables. Click this e-commerce dot transaction ID. Transaction ID, and give this a name dlb. Dlb means data layer variable transaction ID. So suppose we need value also. So the process is same. So if I want to scratch value, then the method should be e-commerce dot value. So here you can see that the value parameter, you see e-commerce dot value. So in this way you can collect variables you need or required. Now go to tags, copy this begin checkout tag, modify it, purchase, purchase, event name, value, currency items, and another parameter is transaction id. Here transaction id, give 2-second bracket, and now you can see your all the variables, and you know your variables name, that is transaction id. So simply tran, and you see your transaction id. So you can do it another way, that is click this plus icon, and here you can see your all the variables. You need to find transaction id, click this. I show you two method, you can follow any of this. And now this should be once per page. We need to change this trigger to purchase, and now save. So the implementation has done. Now it's time to test it is working or not. We need to come this Google Analytics for account, and then let's ignore this and come to admin data stream. No, not data stream, debug view. Okay, now it's time to test. Preview. Okay, visit our product page, then add to cart, then begin checkout. Now purchase. The data will come. It takes some time. We can check this in another way. In real time overview, we can check. You see, page view, add to cart, view item, begin checkout, purchase. So that data is coming. Okay, you see this time it is showing fire. Debug view. You see all the events, purchase, begin checkout, view item, add to cart. Everything is working perfectly. If you see after implementing the data is not coming, don't get panic. GA4 takes some time to receive data. If you don't see any data here, then you can simply check here, real time overview. Here you see all the events, add to cart, view item, page view, begin checkout, purchase. And in debug view, you can also check all the parameters as well. Yeah, here you see this is begin checkout and this is items. You see the items, item ID, quantity, each and everything. Here you can check everything, purchase, items, user properties, parameters, value, currency, each and everything. This is how you can implement Google Analytics for very easily.